I didn't think that it was that big. And I said to it was like screaming, Ashraf, stay on the floor, get out, and he will get a red card. It's what happened, but I was told that his ankle is in a bad state, and he was really suffering, and that was a deserving red card. That was only fair. That was bad from him because he was the best player on the field. For the first half, I mean, that was amazing what Luis Diaz was capable of doing, but that was a very bad, I would say, forward tackle, because those guys don't know how to tackle. Ask Ali Moreno.
Yeah, 6 weeks, Hakimi. We wish him well in his recovery. That's what's been reported at the moment. Were you a little bit more generous with your decision towards Luis Diaz, Shaq?
Tell me if this sounds familiar. That was 100% a red card. I never from the time I saw the replay, you realize the referee had no choice. That, for me, was never in any kind of doubt.
Ah, well, turns out for me, there was some doubt.
Oh, yeah. 99%?
Yes, 99%. First of all, bad challenge from Luis Diaz. Bad challenge. Unnecessary challenge from Luis Diaz. The only thing that I would say is that it ends up being as bad a challenge as it became in terms of the outcome from Hakimi, because Hakimi is trying to get himself between the ball and Luis Diaz, and he actually takes his foot onto the path of Luis Diaz, and then Luis Diaz is actually turning his ankle basically with his sensitive parts, with his crutch. You cannot tell me that Luis Diaz, when he lunges for the ball, he's trying to get his sensitive area in a compromised position. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to offer that as an explanation.
Do you remember when Ale convinced Gab earlier in the show?
No, but I would say this, that it was orange, right? I'm okay with the yellow card. I didn't think it was a red card. Potentially, once you go and see it and you see the ankle bending in the way in which it did, I suppose you go with it. I didn't think it was a red card to begin with, and I still don't think it is.
By Gab's face, I don't think he wants.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go back there. I think we can tell. All right, Frankie. Next up to you, Luis Enrique.
You see, I kept talking so that Gab didn't have a retort. That is part of what lawyers do. Thank you, Your Honor.
We're at the game, Frank. Luis Enrique coaching from the stands in the first half of this game. Do you like it or not?
Yes, I like it. He has been doing that for a while now. I've seen him in many games in Liga 1, and I understand that. I think it's nice to see the game, and you have a better view, I think, from the stand from the touchline. So I think it should be done for many coaches, because sometimes you don't really understand what's going right or wrong, and so being a little bit above the field, it gives you a better look and a better statement from your players. So I think it's a good idea. And again, he's been doing that like for the past 5 or 6 games. And it didn't work yesterday because they were awful. He should have been on the touchline to say, "Guy, you're doing stupid things right now for 45 minutes. You have to react." But it's becoming a habit for him.
Shaka, you like innovative methods and new technology.
Not innovative.
You like what Luis Enrique's doing
Harry
here?
Redknapp used to do this.
A little bit of Sam Allardyce.
Nobody ever accused Harry Redknapp of being an innovator. I am sure of that. You've seen a ton of managers do this. I think it's totally fine. I totally understand it.
Right.
But like Frank said, it didn't work.
Well,
it wasn't working. And his team, up until the red card, were getting housed by Bayern Munich. Just saying.
All right, in at number 3 on the quick picks today. Quick hit, sorry, Gab. Artistic license. Trent Alexander-Arnold returning to Anfield, coming on in the 81st minute and getting booed. Harsh or understandable, Gab?
I think it's understandable because that's the narrative that was laid out. I think those same people, when we've seen this before. In fact, I can think of one Steve McManaman, who many years ago left the club on a free to go to Real Madrid. I think what fans want is they want respect, they want honesty, and I think the reason I find it a little bit harsh in his case is that I don't think he ever swore everlasting loyalty to Liverpool. I don't think he ever said You know, this isn't Sol Campbell going from Spurs to Arsenal. It's nothing like that. He spent a big chunk of spent his entire career from when he was a boy at Liverpool. He won the Champions League. He won the title again after X many years, and eventually he left to go join a club of comparable standing to Liverpool, if not greater, albeit in a different league. So I think people should respect that there's a person in there. But no, I'm certainly not surprised.
Frank, harsh or understandable for you?
Absolutely harsh. I think it's unfair. Sometimes I can even think it's stupid because really, again, as Gab said, you know, he served the club. He served it very well. He's starting from scratch to winning the Champions League with Liverpool, winning the Premier League. It doesn't belong to Liverpool. He has a free will, and again, he served well. So thank him. Wish him good luck. And if he comes back, you know, stand up and give him a big clap because he served well. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. I'm so disappointed because I thought Liverpool fans were supposedly the best fans in the world. They showed yesterday that they weren't.
All right. Anything to say on it, Shaq?
Harsh but expected. Give me narrative that Liverpool fans were trumpeting all of the second half of last season.
Just the same way I say that players should be able to celebrate when they score against their own team or their old teams, well, then fans also have the right to boo their old players. So what I would have loved to have seen is Trent Alexander score and actually give it one of the
Kiss the badge. Kiss the real
I mean, that was a hell of a skill, hell of a goal. I love it. We know we've talked about Messi, we talked about Maradona doing that. Now we have Van de Ven. We have our defender, Van de Ven, doing that.
See, that's your problem, Ale. You weren't a defender.
I never run that far in the season.
I would have ran out of gas.
Add it up.
You two on a relay.
Come on, Legs. Come on, Legs.
Nice stuff. Okay, we're going to go to the last of them. We had to put that one to Frank, obviously, that goal from Mickey van de Ven. Cristiano Ronaldo saying that the World Cup shouldn't define his legacy. He says it's unfair to be determined by whether you've won the World Cup. Is that fair or not, Gab?
It's 100% fair. And if you're a Ronaldo hater, you'll say like, well, don't worry, Cristiano. It won't define your legacy because you didn't win it. The reality, though, is that to win a World Cup, there's so many things beyond your control. And I think his legacy goes beyond that. He's been tremendously successful with his country, if international football is your bag. He played a huge role, albeit getting injured in the final, in helping Portugal win the Euros. To me, that's about as impressive, just about, as leading Portugal to World Cup. No, it shouldn't define his legacy at all. I know it's the yin to his yang, and we all put it out. Oh, look, Messi, you know, now he's won the World Cup, is he the GOAT, blah, blah, blah. And so do we apply the same standard to Cristiano? You know what, to win a World Cup, part of it is also, hey, it helps if you happen to be Brazilian or Argentine or German. All these things contribute to whether you're likely to win a World Cup. So no, this in no way impacts Cristiano's legacy.
I was going to
And
come
you
to
know
Ale,
what?
but
He might win 2026.
oh yeah, absolutely. He hasn't won it yet. Frank, I heard that there were some facial expressions being pulled during Gab's explanation.
No, because I'm. Yeah, it can define your legacy because it's important to win a World Cup. And as Gab said, when you belong to a country, we can win it. And yesterday I was the Portuguese coach, and we talked, and I say, well, I think you are one of the contender, and you can win, and it would be nice for Cristiano to win the World Cup. And if you do so with Portugal, because he has the team for that, he has the elements, and all individuals, if they carry on like that, they are, for me, simply contenders with Spain, France, and Argentina. But they can do that. But it's important to win a World Cup. But I think about like players like George Weah, who was one of the best strikers in the world, but playing for Liberia. and or Liberia. I don't know how you say that, but and I always say that it's sad to see a player like him not being able to win a World Cup because he belongs to a country which doesn't have enough talents to do so. But Portugal can do so, so he can win, and because he belongs to a big country, yet he can define his legacy. It's random because it's hard to do so, but he can define his legacy.
Did Frank win a World Cup?
Well, yes.
He did.
And there's
It's important, right?
there is a legacy there.
With Liberia?
I don't say a word.
Should it define his legacy?
It should not define his legacy, but Cristiano Ronaldo could never and will never be separated from Lionel Messi because of the things that both of them did at a crazy level for over a decade. And if that's a conversation, which it always seems to come down to Ronaldo, Messi, Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldo, Messi, Messi, Ronaldo. One won the World Cup, one didn't. It shouldn't define the legacy, but if that's a comparison, then Messi has one up on Ronaldo.
All right. Gab, did you like our quick hits?
I'm sorry?
Did we do okay on the quick hits that we stole from the Gab and Jules show?
You did fine, but sorry to say, Jules would agree there's nothing like the original.
And if you do want to catch the original, you can catch it on the Gab and Jules podcast twice a week. And you can catch these guys answering your questions every single day over on our YouTube channel on Extra Time.